Hi everyone, Tracy Blehm with Lazium Mind Body Health and the Ignite Your Life Systems. And today's Spark, we're going to talk about, are you a workaholic or are you truly an avoidaholic? The reason why we're talking about this is I was having a conversation with another coach, and her and I were talking about symptoms of people who are workaholics. Now, full transparency, notorious workaholic for years and years and years, where I would work from like 6 a.m. straight through till 11 p.m. and I would justify it by saying, well, I'm just starting in my architecture and design career. And then when I had kids, I would work from 6 a.m. till 4 p.m., bring the kids home, slam food into them, and then go back to work because there was too much to do because I owned a clinic. And so on and so on and so on, until one day I got really sick and ended up in the hospital, had to have a blood transfusion and an emergency surgery. And it was just crazy because I felt like it came out of left field, like I had no idea that my body had gotten to that point. But it's because I was avoiding my life, and I wasn't a workaholic, I was an avoidaholic. I was avoiding eating healthy. I was avoiding good nutrition. I was avoiding exercise. I was avoiding being with my family. I was avoiding looking at my wealth. I was avoiding looking at my sleep patterns. And I justified all of that because I meditated and I did Qigong. So hey, that just repairs everything, which it did not. So when I sat down and took a look at everything and asked myself, truth, what am I avoiding? And I am avoiding it so much that I'm willing to just destroy myself over here with work and stress. Now, when we ask those questions, we just allow whatever to pop up, right? Without thinking about it or justifying it. Really being neutral so that we can receive the information, being willing to hear the answer. And what it was is that in both scenarios, I frickin' hated my job, right? So in my mind, I left architecture and design because I hated it. I hated the community. I hated blah, 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 big excuses, bitch, bitch, complain, complain, fill in whatever you want there. And then I became a therapist and I loved it and I had a fun time with it. But then I decided I needed more. So I opened a giant clinic. And then I slid right into that pattern again of workaholic / avoidaholic, so that I wasn't looking at what in my life wasn't I happy with. I wasn't happy with my weight. I wasn't happy with my marriage. I wasn't happy with having kids. I wasn't happy with my home. Nothing. So I slid back into a job I hated so I could avoid taking any actions on that. Now, I closed that big monster and started working out of my home. So then I looked at all of that and said, what about my home do I want to change? What's one little step I could do today? What is it about my marriage that I want to change? What's one little step I could do today? What can I do to have a better relationship with my kids? What's one little step I could do today? My health, and it goes on and on and on. Now, we don't change everything at once. I like to call it low-hanging fruit. Which area that you've been avoiding are you willing to change right now? Start there. What's one little step that I could take today? And when we're looking at what we're avoiding, we don't want to exaggerate it. We don't want to make it worse than it truly is. And we don't want to downplay what it truly is. Just what is it, right? Just what is it is. I was 35 pounds overweight. Not good or bad. Just that's what it was. And I wanted to lose the 35 pounds, right? What's my first step? Do some research and figure out what diet plan is going to work for me. Go for an allergy testing to see if I've got anything there. Go for a hormone test to see if I've got anything there. And then slowly drip feed what's going to change, right? So this week I'm going to switch from dairy to lactose-free, from lactose-free to almond milk, right? So 1 week was lactose-free, next week almond milk, right? And we weaned it out. Then we said, okay, we're now going to eat 1 piece of fruit a day. I wasn't eating fruit. 1 piece of fruit a day. Which fruits do I love? Write out the list. Okay, 1 a day, right? Then the following week, I now eat 2 pieces a day, right? Okay, now I've got my requirement, 2 pieces a day. But that's what I mean about wean it in, so that you're no longer the workaholic / avoidaholic, but you're actually someone who's consciously designing your life. And when I started that, I also started working less hours, but had a bigger impact. So hopefully that's inspired you to take a look at what you're doing. We'd love for you to hit the subscribe button and get some more of these goodies. And we'll see you soon in the next video. Cheers.